Well, I see more biofuels being blended into fuel supply over the next 20 years. The value proposition that ethanol offers to the consumer, to the refiner, to retailers is just being realized. We're also working with auto companies to develop a higher octane fuel that will allow the automakers to design a much more efficient high compression engine that will get more miles to the gallon, more power, fewer emissions. Be a whole new game for the auto manufacturers with a higher octane fuel containing a higher blend of ethanol. I also see cellulosic ethanol coming along and supplementing that of the starch-based industry. We've made great strides in cellulosic ethanol, and I see that in the next 10 to 20 years becoming a major source for biofuels in the United States. Cellulose Facility has made tremendous gains over the last 6 months, where we have redesigned and reconstructed our pre-treatment facility. We're now running about 80% uptime on pre-treatment, where prior to our reconstruction redevelopment of that phase of the process, we were running very seldom. It just didn't work. Now that we have designed and reconstructed that process, we are very, very confident that cellulosic ethanol production can come to a reality in the United States, and we look forward to commercializing the next plants, and not just from corn stover, but from other types of biomass as well. Corn stover in particular right now is making the difference between break even or profit for some farmers in the Emmitsburg, Iowa, versus a loss on the farm due to low corn prices today. So we have great hopes for cellulosic ethanol in its current capacity for us, from corn stover to many different forms of biomass. And we think that it will be competitive against its competitive molecules in the fuel supply, be a much more prevalent fuel source for the United States in the coming years. It's important to come to these events to give a very fresh perspective, especially to European countries, which I think have been fairly skeptical about ethanol's growth and use over the past several years. The fact that we are producing more nutrition for the world today at a point where we are producing more biofuels in the world than ever in the history of the world, really makes a tremendous argument for the fact that we can produce food and fuel for the world, not just food or fuel. Big difference. It's great to get European perspective, global perspective, share ideas, share policy perspectives, and that's what this conference brings.